But first, we want to talk about a man that has new responsibilities. Dan Craig spent nearly a dozen years right here in Miami. He stays in the organization, but the temperature's changing just a little bit for D.C. He is now the head coach of the Miami Heat's D-League squad, the Sioux Falls Skyforce. They opened up with a loss. They had a shot to win, though, John Crotty, on Friday night. It didn't go down. They're back at it against the Knicks D-Leaguers on Friday night on the road. Coach Craig has a lot of guys in place that he knows as 5 players came to his final roster from Heat preseason camp. Here's the story of the new head coach up north. This past September, Heat assistant coach Dan Craig was named the head coach of the Sioux Falls Skyforce, the Miami Heat's NBA Development League affiliate. Craig has worked his way up in the Heat organization for the past 12 years, after originally joining the Heat as an intern in the video department. This coaching opportunity is exactly what Dan has been preparing for and is eager to prove he has what it takes.
It was kind of in the progression of where I was and, you know, finishing my head coaching responsibilities for the summer. The position was available. I think it's a great challenge for me as a coach, as a person, to grow, to get the experience as a head coach. I've done summer leagues for the last 3 years. 6 of them total, but this is a different ball game.
Go basketball!
Ideally, I'd love to be a head coach in the NBA, so knowing that that position was available, we talked about it here amongst Coach Bolstra and Coach Riley and Andy Ellisberg, and thought it was just a great opportunity.
In Dan's case, it was an opportunity to be a head coach at 33, 34 years old. It's really incredible to be in this NBA umbrella. The family has 30 teams, and then there's so many teams that have affiliates. Not many of these jobs in this league, and he'll do this for a year, get an incredible experience, and come back a better coach, hopefully to help us next year.
Easy plays, that's it. Nice easy play, that's it.
What Danny has done is he's improved to a point where he's become, I think, an on-the-floor coach. He's got a great voice. There's a great countenance about him. If you ever watch him drill players or coach players, teach players, talk to players, especially on the court, he never fumbles his words. He knows exactly where to place the players. He knows what he's saying to them. He puts his hands on them in the right way, you know, to move them from one place to another. And he's very coherent in his delivery. I think his bench, when I've watched him in the summer leagues, you know, his bench management, game management is very good.
Hey, hand off away, hand off away, hand off away.
I'd like to see him coach 40 games, you know, in a league, you know, with 12 guys that are desperate, you know, win, lose, or draw. And then, okay, how are you going to get them to another win, or how are you going to get them off a loss, or how are you going to get a win streak going, and what are you going to say to them, and how are you going to say it to them? I think that's the most invaluable experience that a young coach can have.
You get challenged as a leader when you're the head coach. And that's one thing I'm really looking forward to is when you're an assistant, you can have a ton of ideas, but at the end of the day, you're not the fall guy. When you're the head coach, it's a different situation. You have to read your players and see what their strengths are and try to put yourself and your team in the best position to win.
The Miami Heat organization has always viewed and believed in Dan Craig as a future NBA head coach. So when this coaching opportunity presented itself, it was a no-brainer that DC is the man for the job, even if it meant losing a valuable member of the coaching staff.
You know, me and DC came in this, you know, and here together. We've been here 13 years, and, you know, just to see him move up the ranks, you know, he loves what he does. He's one of those guys that you root for and you want to see succeed. So I know he's excited about getting this opportunity to call the shots, you know, and be the head coach. And I'm sure he's going to grow from this.
So much love for Dan, man. He's been here with me, working with me hand in hand, film, shoot, knowledge of the game, X's and O's from day one. You know, he's somebody that probably doesn't get enough credit that he deserves. So he's going to show his worth. He's going to show his knowledge of the game. He's going to show everybody what he's been able to bring to the table and what he's been able to bring to the success of the Miami Heat over the past few years.
The path to that first seat is that you got to go in a lot of different directions sometimes before you get there. I think Danny has a great future ahead of him, and definitely has head coaching talent.
He's very special to me because he's come up the ranks very similar to how I did. So I'm thrilled for him, professionally, personally. Dan's one of my best friends too, so I'll be following them very closely this year.
A great man with a great opportunity. He and his lovely wife, Jackie, with a new baby. They're going to need some parkas. They're going to need some hand warmers and what have you. Nice feature by Bernard Worrell producing that one there. Typical Miami Heat way. Develop everybody, including the coaching staff.
Yeah, from within and continue to expand their roles as they grow in the organization. Started and as the video coordinator, again, continue to work, getting out on the floor with players and developing them, then taking over the Summer League job, now getting a crack out there in the D League. And, you know, it's as close to the NBA as you can get. A lot of those players that didn't make the team are going down and now playing in that D League. And the D League, again, they're showing a lot of the same principles in developing players so that they are ready to come up and play for the Heat. So I think that's been a big part of the development process for the Miami Heat, too, is having that minor league team. That's a true minor league team where you can find players, you know, and be able to really put them down there, give them an opportunity so that they get better and can help you.